And good morning to you, meteorologist Joey Silva, getting our Wednesday started with a look at the tropics from right here at the Live 5 Alert Desk. Let's go in and show you what is happening outside as we hop down into the Caribbean. With Hurricane Rafael this morning, we are looking at a strengthening storm pulling away from the Cayman Islands, but approaching the western tip of Cuba. We can almost, in fact, in the last couple of satellite frames here, even see that an eye has developed with our Category now 2 hurricane just off the western tip of Cuba. So winds up to 100 miles per hour. There's a possibility that this becomes a Category 3 hurricane as it approaches and crosses Cuba. That's going to happen later today into tonight. So by tomorrow, this has emerged out in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, once it is in the Gulf of Mexico, we do expect that this will continue to be a pretty strong storm for about 24 hours. But then after that, as this starts to gain some latitude and start to push towards the northern Gulf of Mexico, a couple of different things will happen. We'll have high pressure that will build into the north, and that's going to prevent this storm from coming northward. So it will likely cause it to basically stall out. So you can see Saturday morning, the storm's here. Sunday morning, it's there. And then Monday morning, it's right there. So this is really slowing down. On top of that, notice the winds go from 100 miles per hour on Friday, 75 on Saturday, down to 60 on Sunday, and 40 on Monday. We have a lot of dry air that's going to be moving into the northern Gulf of Mexico. And that's going to really just cause this storm to basically fall apart. It's going to really disintegrate. And we are looking, thankfully, at a storm system that I think at this point in time looks fairly unlikely to have a significant impact on the U.S. As we even look at the computer models this morning, there are some of these models that are trending pretty west with this. Instead of bringing this north into the Gulf of Mexico, the idea now is on the increase that this just kind of sits out here and basically falls apart as wind shear and dry air, along with some cooling waters, all have a factor in this storm system weakening with time rather than strengthening with time. It will create some surge issues, some higher than normal tides along the northern Gulf Coast, and some rain could brush the coastline, but the strongest winds and everything will stay out. The biggest impact will be over the next 24 hours in the western tip of Cuba, where Hurricane Rafael will have the greatest impacts. We'll keep you updated, let you know if anything changes. But once again, right now, looks like this storm could make landfall in western tip of Cuba as a Category perhaps 3 hurricane, and then start to weaken as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico for the end of this week and into this weekend.